to Speaking Of. I'm Jared.
I'm Kate.
And here we are in the wilderness again.
We love it here. It's a
We
little
do.
warmer than it was last time.
It was. Summer's coming.
I can prepare. Summer's coming. Summer's half over. Oh, no, wait. Summer just started.
Well, by calendar standards.
That's true.
By Utah standards. It should have started 3 weeks ago.
I saw an article that Colorado, on the first day of summer, received 2 feet of snow.
Shut the front door.
Well, they had to because they were going to get snowed in. Don't want to leave the door open for that.
We're off and running.
It's the only kind of running I do.
So what a week it has been since we
Hasn't
last
it?
visited with the interwebs.
Yes.
So,
What has happened?
well,
Update me.
the one thing, okay, this is kind of amusing, but more amusing than Kate and I, but hopefully you'll be able to help me. So,
Nobody can help you, Jared.
it's true. If I was going to be helped, it would have been a long time ago. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. So, had to make a lemon cake this week.
And didn't bring it over to my house, but
Oh,
whatever.
I should have, because there's actually some left over. It went to a family party.
Okay, whoa. What kind of lemon cake did you make that there's some left over?
There's not a lot left
You
over.
must have done it wrong.
Oh, I done did it real good. So one of the ingredients for the lemon cake
Yes.
is lemon juice.
Yes.
So my conundrum with the lemon juice is that the grocery store,
You can only buy a gallon of it.
well, and they move it around
Oh, they do.
constantly.
Marco.
So I go, and I'm determined that I'm going to find this lemon juice. So the last time I was at said store, it was with the lemons in the produce section. That's fine. That's great.
Okay.
I
don't
can
think
go there and get it.
I'm not sure that I've ever found it there because if you're in the produce aisle, wouldn't you just get lemons?
It's just
But okay.
utterly, again. So
All right.
I go, and I'm like, they probably thought I was casing the produce. I'm pretty
You probably
sure.
were.
Because, I'm looking, I don't find it. So I'm like, okay, next stop, the baking aisle. Because I've found it down the baking
yes.
aisle before. Go down the baking aisle. That's fine. It's not there. Whatever. I can pick up a few of the ingredients while I'm
Because there
down
are
this
other
aisle.
things that are there, yes. Mm-hmm.
So, I'm like, and this is crazy. I found it in the juice section before.
Yes. Same.
So, yeah,
last time
like,
we bought some, it was in the juice section.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
go to the juice section. It's not there either.
Is it with the humidifiers? What's left?
You'd think. So I'm getting frustrated to the point, though, that it's this ridiculous. I'm like, I need to ask, because of course I'm passing countless employees that,
Of course.
where is
And
it?
you can't make it without the
The
lemon
juice,
so
yeah.
You gotta have the juice.
But I'm bound and determined to find it myself. Jared ego and
Shocker.
everything.
Yeah, we don't know anything about that, do we, kids?
So, I made it somehow. So when I was in the produce section, like,
I made it somehow.
I made it somehow through the grocery store to the front side of the store where I'm like, it's got to be down in this area somewhere. So I turned down the front of the baking aisle, the opposite way that I came the first time, and there it is sitting on an end cap.
Okay.
Okay, this is fine, but it's only the store brand.
Where you hiding the other stuff?
Exactly. So at this point, I don't care. But
Right.
now I'm convinced it's a conspiracy.
I mean,
Walk
it
around the
could be.
store and look for lemon juice. And then when you find it, the only kind is going to be the store brand.
We've hidden all of the others.
We've hidden all of the others because I act like there's a plethora of lemon juices to choose from.
Okay,
But,
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt you because we
because I
have
use plethora.
we have a live audience.
Oh,
right
we
now.
do? There's some quail.
Yes, there's 2 quail coming to visit us to watch the show. Hi, guys.
And just like
And they
viewers
just
in
ran
real
off.
life, they
Yeah.
could care less.
They just took right off. Whatever. I mean, they were coming straight at us for a minute there.
They
I think
were.
you scared them.
It was touch and go
Mostly go, though.
on their part.
Probably be no. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, So speaking of stores and
And
things being in the
juicing.
wrong aisle. Hubs
Sorry,
and-
I just realized like something bit me last night when
Was
I
it
was
Charlie?
in the wilderness. Well,
Classic. Charlie
this
bit
reminds me of a work situation, but oh, Jared, you crack us up when you crack yourself up.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Anywho.
Anywho, so Hubs and I were at the local Winco. Something's wrong with my foot.
Do you like how we're
Yeah.
examining ourselves this week? Oh, speaking of feet, but we'll get back to that.
Anyway, so we were at the local Winco, and there's this girl that we run into. I think we told you this story.
You did, but the
This-
interweb does not know it.
No, so this girl, I guess we had run into her multiple times throughout the store, so she's in line in front of us, and Hubs makes the joke of, "Oh, I feel like we've been stalking you," ha ha ha. And
Which would creep me out, I've decided upon hearing this story
He's
twice.
decided.
Upon hearing this, you
Well,
know,
it's
that's
not
the
like-
last thing.
It's not like she didn't see us the whole time.
Well, I
you
know,
you run
but
into
still.
Each other.
Then you're like,
It's not like you've never run into the same person more than once in the grocery store.
Yeah, but I don't go up to them and say, ha ha! I'm stalking you.
That's true.
Anyway.
Anyway, so we start chatting, whatever, and so then she ends up telling us
I'm
that-
out. Sorry, continue.
Hubs, we need a refill.
I know, on aisle 5. Keeping with the grocery store motif.
I love that you have to announce. I'm out.
I'm out.
Anyway, so she's telling us that, oh, well, she had to go all across the grocery store a bunch of times because she couldn't find what she was looking for. Now, what she was looking for were those little French onions, the fried French onions that you would put like on a salad.
Oh,
And,
that's another one of those bizarre things that
right?
are just,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
anywhere.
and so here was what was funny. She was explaining that she couldn't find them, and then she said, "But I found croutons, but," and she's like all put out, like, "What are you supposed to do with croutons? Those go on salads." Just, I don't know if you know that.
Some
they
of
all
us
have-
eat them as a snack,
Right,
but
like,
that's
I mean,
neither here nor there.
They all have pictures on the bags of salads, so I mean, if
It's
you're
just
gonna
a thought.
put something on your salad, but I digress. So she's telling us at the Winco, in line where there's people.
Winco. Well, I just like, because when you say the Winco, because I always think about my grandma talking about the Winco. Back in the old days,
Oh,
the
the
Winco.
Winco.
Back in
Not-
the 50s
not
with
the
a
Piggly Wiggly.
soda fountain and...
Oh, I wish they had a soda fountain. Anyway, sorry, this is the longest story ever. So she's telling us that, you know, back home, because she just moved here, back home at the Winco, she can find those French onions on the Mexican aisle. And my first thought was, that's interesting. My second thought was, did you seriously just call it the Mexican aisle? I'm like, you can't. I'm looking
We
around.
can't say that.
I'm looking around at the demographic that's nearby, and I'm thinking,
You're going to get done hate crimed in the parking lot.
right? Like, you can't. No. And it's not like she was
No.
some blonde, blue-eyed, whatever, but still. Like,
She was a small town in Idaho?
yeah,
Oh, then
super small town.
there you go.
I guess, but
I guess, but still.
Yeah.
Be
yeah.
aware. Look around, people.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying.
Or, you know what? Just put friggin' croutons on your salad. Call it good. We tempted her. We told her there was another grocery store up the street if she wanted to, you know, really wanted to get the French onions because she was going without. And no croutons either.
It was
mean,
a travesty.
Her new husband was going to be disappointed, is all I can say. She was like, I'm trying to get home before him.
I lied on my resume
Yeah.
before we got married.
We got married last week. I'm trying to get home before him, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh,
Oh, that's cute.
what are you, like 12?
Back when you care.
Now we just sit around turning down paella.
It's true. We turned down so much lately. Paella. I mean, paella.
It's always the paella that we turn down, but that's because we were taught how to do so.
Yes, by the
Yeah.
difficult people.
The difficult people that are us.
Yeah, we need to bring that show back. Let's make a campaign.
We are that show.
Oh, yeah.
We're just the politer version of the difficult people.
Right. But we could be those people.
We could be. I mean,
Right.
ask Hubs, we're difficult.
And we are. Très difficulté. So speaking of feet.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry I brought it up.
No, it's your fault.
I know, and I'm really
No, actually,
sorry.
it's not that bad.
It's feet.
It's feet. So I had a family party last night, and my sister's family has a trampoline.
Okay.
So the kids, of course, are like, Jared, come jump, and
Did you?
I did because I'm the cool uncle. Well,
I'm not the cool
we're gonna jump.
I mean, you guys remember the Vadering video, right?
Well, so the Vadering video actually plays into this a little bit.
I was gonna say it's not gotten any better for me.
No. So they're telling me, jump, Jared, jump, and so I'm willing my body to jump. I'm telling
on
it
a
to
device
jump.
that
I
is
know
made
that is
to
made.
help you jump.
So but like I'm jumping, but I'm pretty much just making this movement. And of course everybody thinks I'm just being Jared obnoxious, and I'm like, no, I'm like trying. And so then I'm like flashing back to the Vader photo shoot video, and we did okay. Like, well,
You
no,
did
if
okay.
you look at the picture, like we have some air.
We did get some air.
We got some air.
Although that could have been
and
because Scooter like jumped on the trampoline
he bounced
and
us up.
bounced away.
So, this is such a sad story to tell, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Anything for your entertainment.
You're welcome.
So, I stayed on 15 minutes.
Wow.
Not a lot.
That's good.
But I'm like
It's about 12
enough
minutes
to
longer than I would have stayed on there.
enough to realize, yeah, that nothing was
not
happening.
It's not. Okay.
And the kids have been amused, and we're done.
It's over.
So,
Just like the Dr. Pepper.
that's
out.
right. It's out.
We're out.
We're out. So the evening progresses, and I'm sitting, and my left ankle, I think the sock is pulling my leg hair. Like I can feel something pulling. And
Okay.
so I'm looking, and I'm like taking the sock down, and I'm like, no, everything's okay, Does it need to be scratched? Whatever. So I'm scratching and blah, blah, blah.
Does it need to be scratched?
I don't know, like, sometimes it's just got to be scratched, Kate.
Root Dog says.
So, so that's not the problem. So eventually I get
I'm
up.
so worried about how this is going to end.
And I'm like, oh, something's going on with the tendons down there.
Okay, whoa,
'Cause,
wait.
Right. All right.
I'd like to know how your tendons are impacting your leg hairs.
Well, so this is
Actually,
what
I would not like to know.
this is what I've been informed, because there was a tight sensation, and so I was misinterpreting
Oh, I
it
see.
as the
Oh.
leg hair were being pulled. I don't know. It's what I've been told. My imaginary friend.
There's your problem. This ain't got nothing to do with the foot.
So yeah, sadly, that little bit of effort, and this is what's sad.
And you didn't even
My
bounce.
chicken leg calf muscles, fine, no problem with that. It's the tendons, not even like between my heel and where the calf muscle ends,
It's not.
are tight, because I didn't
Is
realize
that your
when
Achilles?
yeah, I think so. Achilles, sure, why not? Speaking of Achilles, no, just kidding. So
Yes.
yeah, so
Wow.
I mean, I can walk fine. It just, it just flares up. And who knew? I was trying to jump, and that's why I couldn't jump, because the tendons were having none of it.
Yeah, that's why
The
you
end.
couldn't jump. Let's say that's why.
Nothing about, the aforementioned chicken legs or anything.
Speaking of chicken legs.
Yay!
This was a long time ago. Gosh, this was before Hubs and I were married. So
That
that was
does seem
a
like a long
while
time
back.
ago.
So
I just can't imagine a time.
right?
Anyway.
How did we survive fending for ourselves like we used to do? I mean, The other day, I was getting ready to leave work, and I full on tell the people next to me, well, I hope my husband's got food ready for me when I get home. I'm hungry. And then I paused and said, do you think I should let him know? That's the world we live in now. However, I tell him that he has created this world, but I'm pretty confident he's just trying to make us completely dependent upon him so that we'll never leave him.
Well, and then there's times, though, like the last time we went out for a show, that I feel like he's just along for the ride. I really feel bad.
He's our driver who also gets to go to the movie.
That's right. Here's your tip.
He's like, I'll come to the movie, I'll eat your popcorn and take a little nap. We did go see Harry Potter at the Symphony recently, and I was very proud to say that he stayed awake the whole time. Pretty sure.
Well,
although
pretty sure.
Although he had no idea what was going on in the movie. I was like, we should watch the first one at least before we go see the fourth one.
Oh,
and he was, nah, it'll be fine. Okay. So the fourth one was the one that had Robert Pattinson in it.
Oh, our Pat. He's gonna be Batman.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Anyway, but so when they show him, and I'm like, yeah, that's the Twilight guy, and he's like, what, really? Oh, wow. So then, towards the end of the movie, spoiler alert, when they're in the graveyard and he's about to get killed, I leaned over to Joe and I said, this is where he becomes a vampire. I was quiet though, and didn't, say it loud enough for everyone to hear.
Which is surprising because typical, the sound goes down just in time for us to lean over and be like, rah, 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 rah.
Well, we were at a Abravanel Hall.
Which
so
helps. Yes.
I was being particularly careful. Otherwise, yeah, I totally would have been like, that's where he gets to be a vampire. Yeah.
Oh,
anyway.
My gracious. I had something to go from that.
I didn't finish my chicken legs story.
Oh, yeah, chicken legs. Good. Continue.
Sorry. Chicken
and
legs.
maybe I'll remember my next thought.
Back to the chicken legs. So, my work had put on something, I don't remember what it was, but we got to be at the Real Salt Lake Arena.
Oh, you were telling me about it.
And so the meeting was held in like I don't know. It was there. That's where we were. And so at the end of the whatever it was, this was a long time ago. Okay?
I'm just glad I'm not the only person that has work-related things. I don't know. I was in a building. I don't know why we were there.
I'm pretty sure this wasn't a dream, but only pretty sure.
Anyway.
So for whatever reason, so then we get to go out onto the little deck part and you can see the field, and I think that they were getting ready to practice. I don't know. All I know is that we're sitting there, we're outdoors, and Hubs points out that we're watching them play, and he's talking about all their legs and their skinny little legs, and he's like, well, that's why they're sponsored by KFC. I laughed. I mean, it was the laugh heard around the world, I'm pretty sure.
No, that's solid. That's solid.
And I was
You missed it. I just did an easy A for that.
Wow. Wow.
It deserved props. Easy A props. Because, yeah. No, speaking of easy A.
Oh, yes.
The screenwriter's been hired to do a spin-off.
So I'm curious. What part is going to be spinned off? Do we get to hang out with the little brother now? Where are you from originally?
That's actually my theory. That's going to be what happens.
I think that would be awesome.
Because that's the only way I can figure out how it's going to tie to that universe.
Right.
So.
Well, yeah, because then.
But I did enjoy the announcement that they were very sure to point out that that was the movie that launched Emma Stone's career. And it was.
For us, at least.
Yeah, I'm like, who knew?
That was before Zombieland or after Zombieland? I think it was after.
I think it was after, but it was before she did Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, the Spider-Man.
We didn't see those Spider-Mans.
No, I only have web for Tom Holland. I don't know why. That's just what happened. I'm imagining a heart-shaped spider web. I only have web for Tom Holland.
Oh, so speaking of Spider-Man, I'm really just, we got to get off the web.
That will ruin everything.
We're off the web.
Nobody can watch.
I know.
Sorry, guys.
So, in the trailer, it's been hinted at that Jake Gyllenhaal's character, Mysterio, is from an alternate...
Oh, yeah, the multiverse.
The multiverse. So we're going into the multiverse. But the good news for you, well, and for all of us, really, is that it's being implied, because everybody says we have to stay, well, I mean, we always stay for the end credits anyway.
It's a Marvel
But
movie.
the end credits are going to drive us nuts for a reason, and rumor has it that we might be figuring out a way to bring RDJ back.
I mean, it's like a soap opera.
It really is.
No one's really dead. Interesting. Well, speaking of Spider-Man, I can't remember if we told this story last week or not, about when we went to go see Men in Black.
Then we didn't then, right? Because we
think
saw Men in Black between then and now.
Yes. So
between then and now.
We are sitting in the theater watching previews, and there's a preview for Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh.
And spoiler alert, if you've seen the trailer for Far From Home, he references the fact that Tony Stark is gone.
Oh, speaking of Tony Stark.
I see his face everywhere, blah, blah, blah. Hubs leans over. Did Tony die?
Again, this goes back to that he's the driver, and here's some popcorn and a sleep for your troubles.
I tell you what. Yeah, no, he did. You were there for that.
So, speaking of Tony Stark and his death, because I've been meaning to run this by you.
Okay, Debbie Downer.
It's coming back to life. I put money on it, or something, I don't know.
Shaped spiderweb?
I put a heart-shaped spiderweb on it. Oh my gracious.
The things that come out. Okay.
That come out of our mouths. So I'm having my little Disney trip for Halloween to Disneyland. Big surprise, I know.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. So they have this thing called Disney Bounding, where you dress up as something that references a character.
Disney Bounding. I mean, it
That's what
kind
they
of sounds
call it.
like 2 steps below human trafficking.
Well,
but okay.
Really, it's 2 steps below LARPing.
That's not better.
But kind of classy. So basically, you put together an outfit that reminds you. It is. It's totally an outfit that reminds you of a Disney character.
Okay.
Or whatever,
So
but without dressing up in a costume.
So you're not dressed as said character. You're just
right.
dressed to remind you of said character.
Right. So, like, my idea, because I'm like, I'm not really too keen on packing a whole costume. Like, you were really good. When Kate did it, she went Evil Queen and...
Yeah, and then I got called Grandma. Okay? So let's bring that up again. Even the Grandma was there. She's the Evil Queen. That woman's lucky to be alive. Carry on.
Well... And that played part of it, too, because I'm like, I don't want to be accused of being the grandpa.
You're welcome for taking one for the team.
That's right. So I'm like, oh, I've got, like, these red-colored shorts, and I've got the black Iron Man t-shirt with the arc reactor in the middle, and then I've got my Iron Man mouse ears.
Oh, perfect.
And so I'm like, I'll be Iron Man. But the question is this, for Kate and for the interweb, do I put ghost paint on my face?
No.
Is it too soon to be the ghost of Iron Man?
Yes. Always. Always too soon for that. No. No. If you want, you can wear a glove that has the Infinity
I
Stones
should. I
in
saw
it.
one at my local Target.
Okay.
Sold.
There you go. And you could be like, I don't know what he was complaining about. It's easy.
Well, and this is the funny thing going back to the glove is because people were complaining when the toy came out that was a spoiler. Because it was the Iron Man glove with the stones and not the Thanos with the stones.
On the one hand, I understand. On the other hand, if you're, I mean, and I get it, right? Spoilers,
Right.
that's a thing. That's
Right.
a real thing. But if you're that purist about it, why are you looking at the toys that are coming out?
Right.
I
Right.
didn't know about it till just now when you said something.
Exactly. Well, and really the only reason I knew about it is because I saw an article about it, and then I was determined to see it. And then I saw it, and I was like, you have to go looking for it. I guess that's the part that ticked me off.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can't be like, oh, look, I found this thing in your bottom drawer at the very back, and it ruined something for me. Well, then mind your business.
I'll say. Plus, we don't want to know what's in your bottom drawer in the very back anyway.
That happened to us once before, and it did not end well. Flashback. Well, there goes 20 years of therapy out the window.
It does, because I had successfully blocked that. And again, this goes back to no good deed goes unpunished. Don't
That is
ever help
right.
anyone move. Or pack. Let me be more specific.
Yes.
Don't help them pack. Oh my gracious.
So speaking of no good deed goes unpunished, I'm doing an online class for public speaking.
She is. She's so good. Getting her higher education
yeah.
and, you know,
Anyway.
getting dreams, finding goals. I really hope we can find that screen grab. A bug just flew in my eye.
Was it like a marshmallow getting thrown at your eye? If so, then I was responsible. I will
Anyway.
so find that screen grab for you. So I have to do 3 speeches, one of which is
That's why I hate the wilderness. Anyway, 3 speeches.
one is an informative speech, one is a persuasive speech, and one is supposed to be an occasion speech.
Like you're toasting in a wedding?
Yeah, something.
Like, oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't understand.
'Kay.
Okay.
So I'm
continue.
trying to. So this is me. So let me back up. Months and months and months ago, I was doing a class about. It was a writing class, and you had to write different kinds of letters. So one was some kind of a work memo, and one. So I tried to at least entertain myself a little bit with these assignments. So when I was writing the letter, it was like a memo, and I was writing about how there would now be emotional support llamas available in the office on certain days at certain locations. You could sign up to go and pet them and feed them and whatnot. And I figured, whoever has to read this, hopefully they'll chuckle or roll their. I mean, it's
something.
It's different. So I'm thinking of what I can talk about for my speeches. First of all, Hub says I should just refer them to speaking of, but
You really should.
right.
We've learned how to talk to a camera.
Impromptu speeches. Here you go. Anyway, so for the persuasive speech,
These quail are
I
seriously
know.
freaking me out.
they want autographs.
They've
That's why
got
they're
no
hanging
fear.
around. They really don't. You'll be surprised how close the dogs can get before they take off. We know there's a fence. Anyway, so I toyed with the idea of my persuasive speech being no good deed goes unpunished. Here's why you shouldn't do nice things. I decided that maybe
Find something in the back of a drawer.
I decided maybe that wasn't a good idea. But I have to record these speeches to turn them in. So if y'all are lucky and nice and, like and comment and say nice things to us, tell us we're pretty. Maybe I'll post them.
That's all we really ask.
Right?
If you tell us we're pretty,
We
we'll
don't
do
ask for
things
much.
that,
Just say nice things to me. I gotta.
Well, I think on that note, we're having prop problems. So
Where's our prop
forget
master?
about wardrobe malfunctions. It's all about hashtag prop problems.
Tip of the iceberg, my friend. That's another prop.
Just ask the Titanic. Anyway.
Too soon. Were you there? Speaking of too soon, were you there? You weren't there. I was at my sister's house.
We're not wrapping up yet, apparently.
No, we're not. It's your fault that you said
Titanic.
and I said too soon. Anyway, so my sister was going through these bookmarks that were meant to encourage kids to read. Okay? As bookmarks are. And so, but they referenced different things. I wish I knew what they all were because then I could kind of lead up to this. But They all would reference some historic something or other. And one of them was Amelia Earhart. And it's...
Try not to get lost in the Bermuda Triangle.
It said, get lost in a book.
That is not okay.
So my sister's friend reads it out, and I said, oh, too soon. I mean, that's terrible.
Well, to make matters worse.
Do you think she would think that's funny?
I hope so. Let me see if I can channel her.
So I did a report on her in the 4th or 5th grade.
Right.
And maybe that's why I was so offended. Like, my Amelia, she's still lost.
And I think we might have talked about this already. So I have students that are very interested in the Titanic.
Okay.
And a new Titanic is launching in 2 years, I believe.
Like the new Titanic, like is in...
So it's going to be a cruise liner, and you can go, and it's going to take its inaugural cruise on the same path that the Titanic went. And
but
I'm
it's
like...
clearly not a full replica of the Titanic, right? Because it's going to hold more people.
I don't remember
maybe have
exactly.
one or two more
I mean, I
lifeboats.
think there's going to be, like, dining rooms and, you know, things that are recreated. Right. But this is when... you ask yourself, at least me anyway, how superstitious are you? Right. I'm not getting on that boat ever. Ever! I don't care. And you think that telling me is going to go the same route.
This time we're going to make it.
I mean, this time we're going to make it. Thank heaven for global warming. Maybe that iceberg's gone. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Okay, we can't go out on a higher note than that. So,
nope.
Until next week, I'm Jared.
I'm Kate.
Bye.